Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were coming down the great river and we were here at the shadow of the Argonath. Here with the statues of Isildur and Anarion, the old kings of Gondor. This marked the northern border of Gondor back in its ancient times. As you see right here, we are in the part of Rohan known as the East Wall, just north of the Argonath. Down here is the Parth Galen. If you'll remember a couple episodes ago when we were in the Garden of Galadriel looking in her mirror, we saw basically the breaking of the Fellowship down here, where Boromir tried to take the ring and Frodo ran up Amon Hen with the ring on and had to take the ring off to keep from being seen by Sauron. So this area we've been in kind of sort of here recently. We'll zoom out a little bit. Here we are in the East Wall. You'll see we were right there here in East Rohan, which is this section of the world all the way down here. Okay, so what we were doing when we got here, we were traveling down the river with Horn and with Nona and with an elf as well, whose name I can rarely remember, who I don't see around right now. Don't know, is he off taking care of the boat somewhere or something? Did he go scouting ahead? Strange. Anyway, we need to talk to Nona. We've talked to Horn.
Let us help Framric and his men while we look for signs of your friends.
We have several purposes here in the East Wall. Let us help Framric and his men while we search for signs of your friends and what happened to them. Let's see what Framric may need.
I need your help if you can aid me.
Riders afoot. I am Framric, a man of Rohan, proud and true, and I need your help. Orcs have crossed the river, and now they swarm throughout this land, all along the east wall of my homeland. I came south from the Wold with a party of some 30 riders to investigate what could have drawn the orcs across the great river. When we arrived, the force was even larger than we expected, and they set upon us. We drove them away, but suffered many losses, and our camp is in disarray. My people could use your help to restore the camp and make safe the border of Rohan. Go to the southwest, near the passage into the Norcrofts. Make your presence known to my brothers if you wish to aid us. Talk to Sealbald. Okay, so we get silver tokens of the Rittermark. Back in the day, whenever you had barter items, when you had regional currency, barter currency, you know, to barter with the various vendors and get the various racial items and racial cultural armors and weapons and things. Let's talk to Nona.
I do not trust this Framric, but Horn wants us to help him.
I do not trust this Framric. I do not like the way he looks at me from out of his eye's corner. If he is not careful, I will teach him the way of my people with Wadu's sword. But Horn wants us to help him. I do not understand this loyalty to the Horse Lords. They cast him out. He should hate them for that. I will not impose my beliefs upon him, but I do not understand him. To talk to Corridan. Corridan, that's our elf friend. In the shadow of the Argonath. So we need to go talk to Corridan. Whoa! Where the hell were you hiding? Were you wearing an elven cloak or something? Damn. Alright, let's talk to Corridan. Man. Neat little trick you got there.
The Lady Galadriel entrusted me with knowledge of our true mission.
You spoke in general terms on the board to Horn and Nona, but I know why we are really here, Gnarlo. The Lady Galadriel entrusted me with knowledge of our true mission. I will not betray that trust. While we are here in the East Wall, I think it is fine for us to help Framric's people. That is clearly what Horn desires, but we must also keep alert for signs of our mutual friends. They came to this land, that we know. What happened to them then? That is a mystery, and it is one we must find the answer to, and then help them if we can. But first, Horn is right. We need to gather sticks to make a campfire, or we will have a cold night. So collect fallen sticks by the trees near the Argonath. We can do that. We will have to probably dodge a few orcs and stuff like that along the way. But we can definitely gather fallen sticks. I don't see any up this way, so it is actually going to make us head over toward the Argonath, isn't it? Let's see where they may be. Lots and lots of Mordor orcs, I tell you. They have definitely come across the river in force, haven't they? Mordor orcs, orcs. Hello. There we go. Alright, what does the fallen stick say? Fallen sticks along the bank of the great river could be used to make a suitable campfire for your party. Okay. Nice to know that these are suitable for burning. It's always nice to have flammable sticks and not inflammable sticks. Wait a minute. Okay, here. Let's see. We're going to continue growing these sticks. I hope everyone is having a good farmer's fair if you're into the festival sort of thing. I'm just wishing everybody that over there on the LOTRO. We are currently busy working around in the area of Staddle, over on the east side of Bree, down next to the Midgewater Marshes. But I've got all my characters grinding away at the farmer's fair as well. Working on getting our horses and then any... Working on getting the horses and then any other... sort of like kites and pets and that sort of thing. For instance, I've got the billy goat pet. Ooh, new deed. Ancient Evil Slayer the East Emnet. So these Swarthounds must be an ancient evil. Okay. So they're included in the same category of things with, what is it? The Moraval. The Merival. The half-women kind of harpy things that you get. Apparently Swarthounds are about the same. Okay. But yeah, we're working on that. So we are grinding away, getting points, getting the various festival tokens. So that's a Swarthound, is it? Let's fight another one so we can get up kind of close to it and see what it kind of looks like while we're fighting it. Another nice model. And definitely use the... There it goes. Use the critical abilities whenever they fire off to get those extra damage points. I think we got the sticks. Let's run on back down to Horn, and we'll let Horn build the fire. Apparently Cordan feels that his job is done with the actual gaining the sticks, going out and setting us to get the sticks. And at that point, it's Horn's job to make the fire. Any of y'all gonna help out? Any of you? No? Didn't think you would, but I'm always hopeful that y'all might join in. I guess Cordan is the boatsman. Cordan's job is to be the boatsman. Horn's job is to be the fire provider. My job is to be the muscle. And I guess Nona's job is to look pretty. Let's talk to Horn now.
You found some. Good. Now remove the supplies from the boat.
You found enough sticks for our fire. Good. I will combine these with the ones Nona and Corridan have found, and we will soon have a decent campfire. You mean Nona and Corridan found sticks here? I didn't have to wander all the way over there. I could have just got enough sticks right here. Nice. Will you remove the supplies from the boat so we can assess what we have left? Sure. Since I find out where the heck the boat is. Let's see. Did I just click on it? Yep, boat from Lorien. You reach into the boat and remove the remaining supplies for apportioning. Ooh, so legendary item experience, East Emic milk thistle drafts, Linestad drafts, which remove disease, the milk thistle removes poison, healing drafts, wounds, Cornhoof drafts, fear. You almost never see the drafts anymore. They used to drop as treasure, you know. It's one of the things that you used to, back in the day, as we like to always talk about, used to drop along with the potions and recipes and weapons and all that kind of stuff off of humanoid creatures. But at some point in the past, they took those out of the treasure piles that you could get. I don't know, maybe because unless you're like raiding or something, most people rarely ever use these. They were just essentially vendor trash. And you can only buy them on like the healers now. Superior apple and cheese pies. A deep dish pie filled with delicious apples and cheese. Apple and cheese pie. I don't have any idea how that might even taste. If anyone out there is British, can y'all tell me, is this an English thing? Apple and cheese pie? I mean, we have apple pies over here, and I guess cheese pies would be like poppers or something. But I can't imagine the two things together. Anyway, we've got to pick another one. Bacon wrapped flapjacks. Which give you vitality and agility because everything tastes better with bacon. Crumpets. A light and fluffy muffin spread with butter. White puddings. Delicious oatmeal pudding that is full of flavor. Bowls of skirly. A side dish tasty enough to be eaten alone. Mince and titas. A simple and extremely satisfying meal. Or cups of superior second breakfast blend coffee. The smooth flavor of this brew goes well with the second meal of the morning. Oh, heck yes. This is what I would normally get because of the out-of-combat run speed, but we've got in our inventory a lot of those out-of-combat run speed things that I really need to be starting to use because they just crowd up my inventory with all the Hobbit presents. So I think instead we are going to choose the bacon wrapped flapjacks because everything tastes better with bacon. Nice. There are enough supplies for a short stay, and you divide them among the rest of your companions. That's right, guys. I keep the damn bacon. Okay, talk to Coridan in the shadow of the Argonath. Ooh, is this going to be one of those if we don't go over there and travel that... Remember when we were coming through the Enidwaith and Dunlin where it was like, you can help the people, and when you feel you've helped them enough, travel on down the... travel on about.
Parth Galen may be a good place to begin our search.
I think it is good to help Framric while we can, but always keep your eyes open for the real reason we are here. As you pass southward through the woods of the east wall, remain alert for a grassy lawn alongside the Anduin. That peaceful space is called Parth Galen, and it may be a good place to begin our search. Find the lawn of Parth Galen in the east wall. Indeed we shall. Indeed we shall. And we know Parth Galen is right down here. So we've got to just travel along this way. Now, where is he wanting us to go? Is he wanting us to go to, like, Mansig's? What was the place where... Talk to Keobald. Made a camp in the east wall, southwest of the Argonath, and the entrance to the wold and the stretch of land that leads to Norths. Norcross, there be right there. So yeah, this must be it. So we will be traveling down this road, and yeah, we will hit Mansig's encampment. So good, we are ready to go. I guess at this point, oh my god, I've started saying this point again. I guess now we are going to travel back out this way. Let's say goodbye to the Argonath for a while because we will be heading further in. And we will be None of them had more quest rings over their head, did they? So again, as I said, as I told people in the LOTRO episode that I recorded earlier this morning, I hurt my shoulder at work a couple of days ago, so got some pulled muscles in my shoulder, so I am on Lortab and Flexeril at the moment, so I might not be entirely capable of keeping an eye out for quest rings and stuff. There you go. See, my very speech here where I'm just kind of trying to gather my thoughts together. My brain's a little scattered at the moment. Let me put it to you that way. So we're a little scattered. But along with every bad, you know, you got the good that comes along with the bad. And yeah, I got hurt at work and we've wrenched my shoulder pretty well. But the other part of that is that I also had, those of you who've been around for a while will know that 2 years ago I had a colonoscopy where they moved a couple of cancerous polyps out of my colon. And I've been having several repeat colonoscopies since then. I've had 2 since then. This is the 3rd that I've had. And everything came out perfectly clear. The doctor says everything is whistle clean in there. You could eat off of my colon if you wanted to. And if you want to, let me know. We can get a Patreon up for that. And like I said, I'm on painkillers, folks. I'm not responsible for the stuff I say. But yeah, my colon looks good. Everything came back perfectly. Whoa, what is with the orcs? Orc searchers with the little spheres around them. That is, I've been in this area once before, years ago, a couple years ago. Been in this area when I rode down with Glenorin. It was right after Minas Tirith came in. You discovered Mansig's encampment of Rohirrim in the east wall. Okay. We have a travelogue entry, people. So let's talk about Mansig's encampment here. I'm going to put that in, and then I will rejoin you. But yes, just to say right quick, yes. The colonoscopy came back negative. All the cancer seems to be gone. No signs of it whatsoever. Just a little scar tissue here and there. So I am back to only having to be scoped every 3 years. So good news there. Good news in that there's no signs of the problem. And good news in that I'm not going to have cameras shoved up my butt every 6 months anymore. So yay me. Let's get this travelogue done. Mansig's encampment. This camp of Rohirrim hail primarily from the Wold, but they are representatives from throughout the kingdom of Rohan. They came to the east wall under the command of Mansig. Their purpose was to investigate the fresh gathering of orcs and uruks that crossed the river, but they were ambushed upon arrival and still worked to recover from that attack. That should get the travelogue of Mansig's encampment out of the way. Let's run on in and see who all we have here. First, we're going to grab the stable master.
What brings you to these lands?
Yay! All right, so that's always good. And there should probably be some healers and stuff like that. Yep, there's a provisioner, there's a healer, there's a milestone here. Wouldn't be too surprised if there wasn't like the relics people. Wouldn't be surprised if there was. Wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't. The relic folks. Boy, they did get hurt. Injured Rohirrim spearmen and fighters. Injured all over the place. Wow. Is this the... That's not the milestone. Milestone would be a lot taller than that, wouldn't it? I would imagine. Oh, it's an old-fashioned milestone. Not one of the big, tall, fancy... not one of the big, tall, fancy... Rohirrim ones we see in the cities. Now, where am I bound at the moment? I'm actually bound to stand guard, aren't I, up the Great River? Well, let's change that. And let's bind it here. Hit Mansig's encampment. Good. So now it'll be a lot easier. We had to do some... I was up doing Bywater, doing the festival, and we had to do quite a bit of jinking and jiving to get down here. Until it was my own fault because, you know, we had this right here that with the one would talk to Nona back there in the shadow of the Argonath. There was the... I could have spent just a mithril coin and immediately traveled to Nona. Instead, I traveled to South Bree, which allowed me to spend a coin to get to Parth Galen, and I rode all the way back around in Parth Galen, and yeah, I could have just traveled there to start with instead of spent one mithril coin instead of 2 mithril coins to get here. But live and learn, right? I don't have a problem spending mithril coins to travel back whenever it's a case of getting back here to where the quest actually starts. So let's talk to Sailbald. Right? Let's see. Who leads? If you are here to help, I will answer any of your questions. We could use the aid. Who leads this band? Mansig leads this company at the command of Harding, Reeve of the Wold. The Lord of Hardwick has traveled by the reports of Easterlings gathering in the Brownlands, but he cannot ignore whatever has brought so many orcs across the river into the East Wall. He charged Mansig with investigating the cause, and here we came with as much haste as could be mustered. I see. From where did you come? This band is made of men from all reaches of Rohan, from Snowborn in the Soothcrofts into far north is Thornhope in the Entwash Vale. Most of us hail from Harwick, as does Mansig himself. It is my home as well. We rode south along the road when we were given this charge, stopping only at Floodwind to water our horses. We arrived at nightfall yesterday, and that is when the orcs set upon us. An orc ambush. How did the orcs surprise you? You may well ask that, and I imagine Mansig has asked Wilfrith and Redwolf that very question. We knew there were orcs in the East Wall, we knew they were here in great numbers, and still they managed to ambush us. I do not know how it happened. One moment we were making camp, and in the next we were beset by a raiding party of shouting orcs. He shudders. We were too confident in ourselves. We will not make that mistake again. Easy words to say. What can you tell me of this land? I will tell you the truth, friend. The Rohirrim do not like to come to this land. There were often orcs on the far side of the river, and small parties of the villains would cross in order to steal horses from the mark. Something has brought them across in far greater numbers in the past few days. I know not what. It has not improved my opinion of this place. I see. Riders afoot.
You're here to help? Thank the Hammerhand for that.
You are here to help. Thank the Hammerhand for that. We can use every pair of strong arms we can get. We rode from Harwick with enough men and horses to investigate the troubling reports of orc activity in the East Wall, but we were not prepared for what we found. As we began pitching our tents and unloading the supplies, we were set upon by a contingent of orcs. The battle was made the fiercer by its sudden joining, and though we drove off the enemy for a time, we suffered many losses. Ask me anything and I will tell you, but if you have a moment, could you see to the comfort of our wounded? So see to the comfort of the injured Rohirrim throughout the camp, 0 of 4. That we will do, that we will do. We will not abandon this place quite as quickly as we did in the Inedwaith and in the lands of Dunland. Mostly because I am a racist. I prefer the Rohirrim to the Dunlandings. It's just the way it is. I'm not proud of it, but there you go. Okay, folks. Let us... I don't know what I was trying to type there. Let us go ahead and break out the pipeweed. Thank y'all for coming along. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. My God, look at all those circles that opened up on the map. Good grief. All right, we got our work cut out for us here. We will see y'all next time. Like I said, I'm back at work on light duty tonight, but then I'm off for about 3 days, 3 to 4 days after that. So I'm hoping to get at least one, if not a couple more, LOTRO and SLOTRO episodes up during that time span. I'm guaranteeing one of each. I'm hoping to get at least 2 of each. We'll see how it goes. No promises on that part, though. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming along as we explore along the east wall here and head on down toward the Parth Galen, down there where we can hopefully find out what has happened to our friends. And we will see you then. Bye-bye.